I swear every time I'm about to go live, it changes tracks and the music stops and I panic that I pressed the wrong button. But I didn't. Good morning. Good evening. How are we all? Welcome. How's your plant, Darren? You have to send me a picture of this plant one day so I can show everybody. I feel like it's the fourth main character of the stream. But maybe I'm the only one who feels that. What's going on? Yes, it's the stream plant. That's right. It's owned by the stream. Hello, John P. 333333333. Welcome in. And thank you, Selvis82, for following 27 minutes ago. Mad props, even though your name didn't flash up on the screen. I think they're supposed to be green, but I am no expert on plants, that's for sure. Do not ask me about plants. Hello, Sparky. Hey, John P. I think I just worked out who you are. Hello, John. Welcome. Let's get this show on the proverbial. By looking at pull requests. There are three pull requests. 3, can you believe it? By this David Wine... I can't pronounce that. What is that? Is that German? I can see who you are. So, I did some pull requests because I like working on trains and it's very hard for me to stop working on trains, always. This one's not very exciting. There's an emoji renderer in this program, which if you look next to Darren's name or my name in the chat, hang on, I have to, let me say something so it appears on screen. If you look in the top corner, if you're looking on the thing, those pictures, they're emojis. There's emojis in the Discord and all those sort of things. Ooh, the Discord. He said the word Discord, drink. And so this program generates Discords and generates emojis. And I just made it better, and it's kind of, yeah, it's not very exciting. It's an internal tool. What is my emoji? Your emoji is a pink train facing down. And technically that's your sub badge, I believe. And it says 2 months subscriber. Thank you for subscribing for 2 months, Darren. Yeah, one day I might update the command line processing to use system.command line because that's awesome and might be educational, which is kind of maybe part of the idea of this channel, but maybe not. Anyway, so I worked on that. But you know, I've merged the PR on stream so no one can complain. Not that you ever would. Why isn't that deleting automatically? Never mind. So the other thing I did was birds. And I'm not going to merge birds, but I will show it to you and discuss it. As you can see by the birds, they're very simple in terms of graphics, which I like because I'm no artist. When they're this big, they kind of look bad because it's really just a plus sign. But we'll ignore that. I like this little guy shooting across the sky. They spawn, they follow a curve, and then they go away again. And there's like, I think there's 10 on, like up to 10 at any one time will spawn. I did it because I felt like doing it. I felt like I wanted to know what it would look like to have birds randomly flying around. You can't interact with them at all. They're just there. They're just part of the scenery. And I kind of love the aesthetic, but the implementation still needs some work, I think. But the thing that I love about this, so here's this bird renderer class. It is 123 lines of code, and that's pretty much all there is to it. There's one new method in Pixel Mapper, and there's some white space, and that's it. I really love the fact that this abstraction is so, like, I won't say well crafted, but like it's so complete enough that I'm just like, you know what? I want to do an eye layer renderer. I want it to be very up high, and that's it. And this method will be called for every frame. End job. That's it. You're done. Do whatever you want. And so in this method here, it's like, here's a 25% chance of spawning a new bird if there's less than 10, right? So every frame we try to spawn a bird. It's very Minecraft in terms of that. They have, you know, game ticks and this percentage chances that things will happen every tick. This could probably be dialed down a lot from 25. Then every frame it moves the birds a bit, and then if they've gone off the screen, it removes them, and then it draws them, and that's it. And it's all just self-contained, and I love it for that. I just want to do a little bit more work on it. The other thing I shall note here, just to sort of, I guess, declare my sins, I have used the vector2 class on purpose, and I have used a lerp method on purpose. And what I discovered, this is completely ripped off from Stack Overflow, those 3 lines of code is all you need to create a Bezier curve. Amazing. Just amazing. So yeah, that was, did I do that on the weekend? I think that was Friday or Thursday night even, like after my stream. Might have been Friday night. It's just, a couple of hours. Love it. You just create a class, implement the interface, and everything else just works by magic. Hopefully we'll get there with the UI tonight, maybe. Thank you, Darren. Apparently it was Friday. Birds need to spawn from trees and nest in trees. I don't know. See, this thing, I wanted these to be really just sort of atmospheric and just randomly there. Lerp is a shorter version of slurp. I believe that's correct. Lerp stands for lerp. Lerp stands for linear interpolate. I don't know why. Yeah, anyway. And then better caching. Oh, this was my Thursday. Okay, so here we go. I said bought on a Thursday. So on Thursday I did better caching, and on Friday I did birds. Modeling atmosphere is not a bad idea. I could totally see some like half transparent clouds just slowly wafting across. It's all thanks to the terrain, Darren. It's all thanks to your terrain and your Perlin noise. It's given me a new appreciation for these things. So anyway, better caching. I should probably talk through what this one does. I really should have left this for on stream, but I didn't because I'm mean like that. Terrains.net. Does that go anywhere? Should I not be doing this on stream just in case? It's for sale! $1. Oh, what? $1,000? Get it. Not a chance. You should feel free though, Darren. Why did GitHub just do a release? Oh yeah, I merged a pull request. That makes sense. I forget when I do things. Some of the problems. Well, so there is actually a domain for this. You can go to playtrains.net, and thanks to our wonderful benefactor Scott, who I believe is the reason you're a 2-month subscriber as well, Darren. Playtrains.net does go to the repo. Hopefully, eventually, that will be able to go to a web page where you can actually play trains.net, but we'll see. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So what is this PR about? Let me talk through it. So this is the creation of this image cache. So the game class used to have a back buffer, and every frame would be rendered to the back buffer. And then on every paint, which is what's called present, every time the window repainted, the last good back buffer would be plonked onto the screen. This is what generally solved all of the threading issues, all of the performance issues, just made them all go away. It doesn't matter how long a frame takes to paint now, there is always a good buffer ready to go. So what this image cache does is it just moves that off to a service, essentially. So you get an image, you can set an image. The key is an object. That's a bit weird, I'll show you in a minute. And then basically you can tell it that it's dirty. You can check if it's dirty. You can clear them all, and you can set them all dirty. So the way this works is, excuse me, blame the chai tea. The way this works is a renderer or well, something, in this case the game, it'll check if the buffer for the key is dirty, as in it needs to be repainted. And if it does, it'll call draw, it'll take however long it takes, and then it'll call set, and it'll say, hey, when anyone asks you for an image, use this one. So get will always return the last one that it was set. If you mark something as dirty, that doesn't remove it from this though. So the get will still always work. And that's kind of the key with how this works. I'll show you how that shapes out in a second. So the interesting thing is, so it has this image buffer, which is where the images are stored. The interesting part is it has this second image buffer, because just having one image buffer was not enough and there was getting access violations. Now I have it on good authority that this second buffer, which is just my crappy way of solving this problem, is actually a real thing in game development. So I've stumbled ass backwards into correctness, which is nice. But so basically what happens is when you set an image in here, the old one goes from here to here, and anything that was in here gets disposed. So there's a sort of a 2-level cache. And that's just because you could get an image, meanwhile someone's updating a new one, and it'll get disposed out from under you, hence access violation. So this class itself is pretty simple. Oh yeah, there's a second dictionary just for maintaining dirty state. That's pretty dumb. But basically, you don't want to clear out the image buffer when something's dirty because you want to leave the good copy, the last good copy there. The rest of this is pretty boring. It just updates things. So this is the thing here. We go, hey, if we've got one in the dispose buffer, dispose it. If we've got one in the image buffer, move it to the dispose buffer, and that's it. That's pretty much the only logic in there. There's a little bit of locking, obviously. The interesting part with all of this, though, is down here. So firstly, this removed a few things from the game, which is nice. It removed this needs buffer reset flag. So the reason for that is what used to have to happen here, right? Every time the viewport changed, we had to set a flag to say, hey, we need to reset the buffer, but we can't reset it now because we could be in the middle of drawing. And it would actually do the reset at the end of drawing the frame. So the cool thing with this cache is you just say, you're dirty. Everything that is drawing will still be drawing. Everything that is setting or getting or whatever will still work because dirty is just that flag. And so that really kind of neatens up this code. So yeah, instead of clearing a dictionary, just set them all to dirty. And so again here, instead of setting this to true, we just say, yeah, you know what, throw everything away. Which is nice because we get to remove a bunch of code yeah, down here. So all this, well, it's hard to see in the diff, but all this code here that says, hey, we need to reset our buffers just goes away. You don't ever have to worry about it. It's all just taken care of by essentially this if statement that says, well, not this one because that's screens, but anyway, essentially that if statement says, hey, do I need to redraw this? Go for it. So yeah, this is all cool. I really like this new system. Plus, I got to reuse it already somewhere else, so that's good. Always nice when you can create a service then use it twice immediately. And it meant that all of these cacheable layers that had the dirty flags, they all got simplified to now they just have changed events. So the basic process for most of this stuff now is, yeah, so here's this layout renderer, has the same thing. So this has an image cache, which caches, so like for example, every track, we only draw each track once in an orientation, and then it's cached. So this uses the image cache. But so it ties in really well with events because you basically say, when this has changed, just set it dirty, but it doesn't matter where in its life cycle that happens. Wherever it's next going to be drawn, someone will query if it's dirty and will redraw it if necessary, but you can set it to be dirty at any time, which is a really nice optimization. And I think that is all I did. So I'm now going to merge this PR, and then we can get on with doing some more screen stuff. Tonight's job is making tools work. Did I press that button? Press that button. I pressed it just in case. Yeah, we're gonna make tools work. Just once this is no, okay, that's the thing. Oh, and I need to move birds because birds. Oh, look at that! It was automatic. This used to point to a different branch. Thank you, GitHub. Good work. All right, let's start coding. Let's pull down some changes. Hopefully that all made sense. That was a lot of talking. Wouldn't it be funny if at this point someone said in chat, "Oh, your mic's muted, we haven't been able to hear you." Was there a crash on the bird's branch? A crash? The crash was introduced by the new cache layer. So before in game, it controlled the lifetime of the buffer and it controlled when the buffer was drawn, and so it could draw it under a lock. So there was no AV. Now that the cache service essentially gives you back an image, it can't lock around your use of that image, and you can't lock around, well, you could, but yeah, would be silly. So yeah, there's just a little bit of a handoff of lifetimes there, so it's kind of a bit crappy still, like nothing actually manages the lifetime of this image. The case just sort of knows that it's a bit dodgy, and so it's slow to react, which is weird, but anyway. Now one thing I was tempted to do is make the minimap bigger. Because as good as it looks on the screen, it kind of looks a bit silly. Let's see if we can't get this done before 9 o'clock. So, firstly, we're going to fix this V1 and V2 because that's just rubbish. So, let's just double the size of the game board. Now, in theory, those are the only two changes I need to make. And they're probably a bit shit and I should probably fix them. Let's see if the theory works, shall we? They're all good PRs. Except the meme, you should have spelled my name wrong. Anyway, never mind. How's your hacking going? Are you still hacking? Should I check the score live on? No, I won't do that. Scott and I are in a hacking competition. And by competition, I mean he is winning. Did I change columns? Did I change rows? No, I changed columns. Uh-oh. Hey, thank you for following Bagasua. That's fun to say. What the? Why is that? I think I have my columns and rows mixed up. So, what? Oh, look at that. Okay, so the minimap's working and the game field is working, but the border around the minimap, I have my... Nice. Okay, that's easy to fix. That's easy to fix. Columns, rows, render. Here we are. There it is. Look at that. Rows. I bet you that says height. Oh, no, it says width. Oh, no, that's right. Yes, right. Columns, rows. Awesome. 2 custom tool. Oh my god. See, I never know how far to go with the injection because, like, I got access to the database, so I think that's it. Like, you know, I don't think you have to actually exploit it, but maybe I'm wrong. Cool. That looks much better. Except for that. What is going on there? Ooh. That's nifty. Look at that. Oh, hang on a minute. I know what that is. Where's our maximum and minimum? Where do we set maximum and minimum of this thing? I think it's in the pixel mapper. Points for each entry point to the DB. Yeah, okay, I must have missed one. I thought I got them all. Yes, max grid size. This is the problem. Okay, so this is actually max grid height. No, that's columns, so that's width. And actually, I'm going to do this the old-fashioned way. Let's let the compiler point out to me where I need to change this. So, yeah, this was assuming a square grid before. So that should be that. And we will pull this up to here. Okay. So max grid width. Height. Where else have we got? This is width. Height. This wasn't I did get one XML injection, but yeah, maybe I didn't try enough places for XML injection. It was XPath injection. I thought that was fun. I like XPath. Okay. Are we done? Oh, grid viewer changed is never used. Well, no, but it's part of the interface, isn't it? It is. Oh, don't complain to me about that. I'll worry about that later. Okay, so this... Ooh, will this just work now? That seemed too easy. There must be other places that use that, right? Maybe. Maybe not. Looking good. Oh, it works. Nice. So now we can draw really, really long tracks. That's cool. Longest track in the world. In theory, due to randomness, it would be possible to get a terrain that is all white and all snow, and therefore, by creating tracks this long, you could essentially recreate the movie Snowpiercer. Perhaps a creative endeavour for anyone out there who wants to try their hand at filmmaking. Let's just fix up this track. Why? Because. What happened there? Did that all just shift left, or am I dreaming? I swear that shifted left. There's an instant replay button in OBS somewhere, but I don't know where it is. I should have learned that. Okay, I swear that just happened again. Anyway. Oh, that's cool. Alright, that's nice. Nice big play area. I like it. How did you end up working for Microsoft? Well, I applied for a job. How does anyone end up working for anybody? Honestly, networking is mostly the answer. If you want a job somewhere, networking's good. It's very often who you know, not what you know. So, pro tip there. But yeah, you know, applied for a job, put in an application, did a bunch of interviews on Skype at 7 in the morning, wearing a nice shirt and probably pajama pants on a Saturday. It's great. It's Wednesday, time to play Forza. That's right, Aaron. Welcome. One day, you're going to look at this stream and you're going to look at the game that I'm making. And you're going to look at Forza and you're going to think, you know what? I've made some incorrect life choices. Helpful bullying. Maybe? Getting someone to the pub and then getting them to say, yes, send me your resume. I was Syntac. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. Seriously, can we just... I mean, this man is not a dad, but you wouldn't know. Like, this is quality comedy. I just... Thank you, Scott. Thank you for brightening my evening. Oh dear. Oh no, it came back. Go away. It was funny the first time. Okay. Right. Screens. We're doing screens. Don't distract me. Or do, I don't care. That's a project file. Alright, so we've done the minimap screen. So what are we doing now? We need to do tools, I think. And I think I want to do tools before I do the tool selection screen, which is probably a crazy idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. So, pardon me, we need... Well, actually, you know what we need? We need... Where is it? Brains Delegate. What we're basically doing is getting rid of this class and replacing it with one of our own. So we need to... The networking aspect of TrainsNet. Oh yeah, one day it will be an MMO, don't worry. Like, making the game board bigger was the first step, but I'm totally envisaging a world here where there's a station or some kind of tunnel here and it, you know, connects off to... Yeah, anyway. Stop distracting me, I'm already bad enough. Okay, so we need a current tool property on Interaction Manager, because it's got to know what the current tool is so it can action them, I think. Although I wouldn't bet on this staying here because I don't know, it just maybe doesn't feel like it's in the right spot. And we're going to make it settable as well. So that's that. Let's implement that sucker. Nope. And I guess we actually need this to be nullable. Alright, so when we click, how are we going to do this? Does this have a pixel mapper? It doesn't. Okay, so that handles a screen interaction. Let's do this. So if we clicked on a screen, we're going to return true. So if we clicked and we didn't click on a screen, if we have a current tool, whoops, can use C#9. Yep. So if we have a current tool, we need to, I think we just call the execute method. Okay, we need a column and a row. So we need pixel mapper here as well. This is why I'm not sure where the game shouldn't have the current tool property, but we'll start with this. It'll be super low level and optimized login you need. Oh my god. Sometimes, you know, you get into this, you're like, oh no, I'm not paying attention to chat. And then you look at chat and you see something that says two-factor authentication. And no, I'm going to close chat now and I'm never going to look at it again. I've made mistakes. Oh, that is terrible. Okay. So actually, we also have to check validity, don't we? Yes. Oh, and mode. Ooh, mode. I feel like that's a job for the UI. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna leave that. We'll assume the best. Okay, so we need a column and a row. So this is viewport pixels. Yes, I think that's right. And if it's valid, then we simply execute it. That is disturbingly easy. I'm telling you, a nice abstraction. I was thinking about source generator. You can only create a rules engine DSL that is parsed by a source generator to make the game work. It'd be better if source generators could be evaluated at runtime. I really hope you're trolling or attempting to. Yeah. Anyway, does this return true? No, it doesn't. Okay, through there. Yeah, data-driven like tracks or trains or whatever, I love the idea of. In fact, I've kind of talked about using Blockly to create a script that is the AI for a train. So you could design a train, Aaron, and I could design a train, and Scott could design a train, and we run them all on the same track, but then, you know, they each have their AI for how they deal with intersections and stuff. I think that would be interesting. Yeah, with a source generator, I don't know. Kind of like that ever downloading on the internet. So that's very interesting. Use explicit type instead of var. I feel like there should be a new option for var now that says, no, let me do it for tuples. Can I do this? No. Makes sense. The first part wasn't a troll, the second part was. Yes, good. I'm glad. It was one of those trolls where I'm like, I'm pretty sure he knows that's a silly thing to say, but I'm just not quite sure. Okay, so that in theory does tools. So we just need to set current tool. So we're going to do the same job here. Where do we set current tool here? Oh, this. No, that's okay. Oh, dragging. Ugh. Do we just set current tool anywhere we feel like it? That's kind of annoying. Dot value, there it is. Oh yes, and in the button. Okay. That's okay. We can do this. All right, so we need to give our interaction manager in here as well. And we probably need to kind of a field, and then here we're just going to go right tool equals. We'll just be lazy because that's the way this game works. It's the way this game is written. That's static for no good reasons. We'll just stop that being static. Okay, and you're a lambda because you're annoying. Oops. Uh-oh. No, I think I did that wrong. Hang on. That needs a semicolon. That needs a close brace. Then a bracket. Then a thing. Okay. We got there. No, we didn't. Uh-oh. What have I done? That. Okay. Got it. Hey, JT. Welcome in. Welcome to the club. Thank you for hanging out. Okay, so let's see what happens. I think this might work, but I don't know if it's using the new code or not. How do we do this? Track, click. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's see who's doing the work here. Hey, welcome in. Welcome in. Beliarl. Hello, Beliarl. Lots of I's and L's. It's hard to see on my screen. And welcome, Bitshift She-Her. Bitshift She-Her. I do know who you are. Yes, thank you, Bal. I did know it was you. I just didn't want to say your name in case you wanted to stay anonymous. Okay, so our current tool is a pointer. Excellent, that works. And that's not valid. Okay. That's a surprise. Oh, I'm not doing anything on mouse move. Okay, so if I click... Okay, so we're doing the execute. That's good. But I bet you we're not doing the drag. Nope, the drag's just not working. Okay, so we just need to do this on mouse move as well. That makes sense. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that wouldn't go in the handle interaction method, but it totally should go in the handle interaction method, shouldn't it? Yeah, it totally should. Okay, so if it's valid, then... Oh, and... we're doing action isn't move. I think that's right. I might need to just comment out the train delegate code to be sure. Just Beliar. The II was stuff I added on YouTube when Beliar was already taken. I am very familiar with this. I didn't used to use my real name, and yes, I'm very familiar with having to have silly usernames because people take them. But fortunately, my surname is quite unique, so I don't have that problem anymore. Till one of my cousins names a child David. Okay, I'm just going to comment out the code in train.dot because I can't tell what's working and what's not working. So, dear. Oh, custom cursors. Oh yes, and the previewer. I'm kind of gonna get rid of all that for now. Handle interaction. Yeah, let's just get rid of all of this. I think that works. I mean, it presumably won't work, but, you know, that's all right. There's still one reference to that. That's on hover. I'll get rid of you two. Delete more code. And we don't need any of this. Oh, that's all right. Okay. Still got an error. Hang on. Using directives. It's always using directives. Alright, so now if we see any drawing, we know that it's actually new code that works, which is nice. That was remarkably simple, if that's all it was. So can I... okay, the pointer doesn't work. Trains work. Trains even work dragging, that's nice. Tracks work fine. Okay, so it's just the pointer which is a draggable tool, which is fair because I haven't written any code for that yet. Wow. I was thinking I would spend tonight's stream doing this, but now I've done it. I kind of love it when that happens. It's very nice. If I put a train there, it's going to go that way. It's going to block them off. If I put a train there, it's going to go that way and join them. Yeah. Oh, these ones are stuck. Oh no. All right. Anyway, getting distracted by the game again. Ah, dear. Okay. All right. So what do we need to do? We need to do pointer, and the pointer custom cursors. We'll worry about them later. I won't quite delete the code yet, but I might eventually. Interacting with the native stuff is going to be a pain for custom cursors. Previewer, I'm not so worried about. I kind of don't like the previewer much anymore. I'm kind of thinking maybe the previewer will go. Anyone in chat who wants to keep the previewer, let me know. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to delete it. And then draggable, this is what we want. Okay, so draggable tools, how do they work? Because I've completely forgotten. Has a start drag and continue drag, and it gets pixels. Okay. And that happens on start interaction and on drag interaction. Okay, that makes sense. So here, okay, so if it's valid, do we check validity? I should just copy this code, shouldn't I? I'm going to copy this code. Continuing on my thinking of, oh my gosh, hang on, slow down, gotta read this. Continuing on my thinking of how to use the wrong technology for the wrong reasons, I wonder if you could create a dynamic scripting engine that is hosted in-memory ROSM that creates dynamic assemblies as if the aftermath were running. You can, yes. So that is how, short diversion, sourcegen.dev is compiling, whoa, that's zoomed. It is compiling this stuff in memory with Roslyn and then adding it into the app domain of this Blazor app. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to use an assembly load context so I could load the assembly and unload it again, but assembly load context doesn't work on mono, which is what WASM uses. So yeah, this is just adding it into the domain. There's nothing fancy going on. The code for this, I mean, the funniest thing about sourcegen.dev, seriously, is the code is basically all of this class. It is one class. This is all of it. This compiles DLLs, loads them, it's 250 lines of code. There's nothing to it. So if we look, where do we do it? So here we are compiling the actual source generator and showing errors. Then we get the assembly for the source generator. And I think this assembly does actually load it. We find the type, so this is just using reflection on that assembly. And then here we create our actual compilation, which is including the source and the assembly from the generator. And that's it. It just runs it. If we go get assembly, so we create a memory stream, emit the compilation to memory, so basically compile the DLL to memory, and then assembly.load. Like, it's really disturbingly easy. I'm sure it's a terrible idea to do this, but again, as mentioned previously once or twice, that's why it's in Blazor, so it's running on your machine, not mine. I didn't poo-poo the source generator rules engine. I just think the rules, I think it might be more interesting if the rules are downloaded from the internet, so you wouldn't want to do it at build time, that's all. Now stop distracting me. Get back to work. No, wait, I'll get back to work. Okay, so if we're valid, we execute the tool. Okay, so that can stay. Otherwise, I can just totally copy this. Is I draggable tool. I'm not going to copy it. I'm going to use a completely different variable name. It's no thing. And then, if action is click, then we call, whoops, start drag, X and Y. Ooh, now they're world pixels. Oh no, they're viewport pixels. Okay, cool. And otherwise, if action is drag, then we continue dragging. That seems really easy. And I don't have any of that dragging and last drag cell stuff. Oh, the last drag cell stuff, that's right, that's for track drawing. That's so we don't call execute too many times. Don't worry about that. It's not at build time, it's at runtime because you're hosting with a new rack. Right, but why would you want to at runtime compile C# code when you could compile that C# code at compile time and then just run the C# code at runtime? I don't get it. Maybe that's my bad. Okay, pointer. Still doesn't work. Okay. Why not? It's gonna be something obvious, because it always is with me. But off the top of my head, I don't know what it is. Drag interaction, we call pointer drag. Click interaction, that's fine. We're going to start the drags. That should all be fine. And then drag interaction, yeah, we just continue. I would have thought this would have worked. Let's find out. Okay, we're gonna click and yeah, that's an annoying breakpoint. It's very hard to debug stuff that is involved in dragging. Okay, we're not getting drag events from the control delegate. That's interesting. Oh, look at that. We're not getting drag interactions. Does this have to return true in order to give me drag interactions? In touch. It does, it does. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Oh, hang on. Is that just... Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I just totally forgot the return true. That's totally my fault. Okay, let's try this again. Oh no, I can feel my voice going already. I did a talk last night, and then now I'm streaming, and then tomorrow night, I'm totally not doing a talk. Thank God. Yay, it works. Okay, that was so surprisingly easy. It's not even 9:30, and we have tools working. And the only thing is that tracks are slightly inefficient because they will be... So as I'm dragging here, this one is constantly re-evaluating itself. Which I don't think I actually really care about because, like, I just don't care about it. It's as simple as that. That is very cool. That is surprisingly easy. Oh no, my trains. Now, where do I want them to join back in? Can we go like that? Yes. No, is that going to be right? No. They never go where you want. I want them to... That's the thing. You're safe from my heckles. No, you're not safe from my heckles. I said I'm not talking. I didn't say I wasn't turning up. But you probably are safe from my heckles, let's face it. Although I think I may have some official, not official capacity, but I wouldn't be surprised if someone makes me a panelist and I get to talk, so I can actually interrupt you. But I would do that. Oh dear. Can anyone spot the bug? Oh wow. Oh my god. Okay, that's awesome. Just a moment. Allow me to talk amongst yourselves while we look at that. So is that the minimap or... Whoa! Go away, screen to GIF. I'll deal with you later. Okay, I'm guessing that's the minimap then. See, the problem is, I bet you it's my new layering. It's surprisingly hard to reproduce. Yeah, I bet you that's the new layering. Although I don't know why. Anyway, let's delete all of this code and check it in, and then we can move on to solving bugs. We don't need any of that. Oh my god, have I mentioned how much I love deleting code? Look at it all. It's just gone. And we just go return. Awesome. And delete all that. And yeah, the previewer. Alright chat, are we keeping previewer? If you want to keep the previewer, say so. I do need to do this at some point, but I might worry about this later. And we got Git. That's awesome. That means we get rid of all of these things. Oh, look at all of the code we're deleting. So good. And I can even do this. Use expression body, yes. Yes. Huh. What? Suggestions based on recent edits? What? No, I don't know what that means. I like these on the next line. I've decided. Okay, awesome. Yep, go to you. Go to you. Looks like halfway through building the cache, the viewport is updated, so any layers halfway through building won't get the latest dirty. Yes, so definitely the viewport is updating and things are redrawing, but they shouldn't, I don't think, because, well, I thought... yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what the previewer is. The previewer is the thing where when you're drawing a track, it tries to tell you what the track will look like. which I don't mind as a feature now that I've said it, but if we can just go away window. We can get rid of that as well, can't we? Oh, that's awesome. Look at all the things we're deleting. Seriously, there is nothing better than deleting code. I strongly suggest all of you out there, go and write code and then delete it all. It's very cathartic. You are that. You can collapse to that again. We can remove this parameter because we don't need it. It's even more cathartic to delete code someone else has written. Yeah, probably. Although, I don't know. Depends on your confidence level there. Sometimes that, maybe there's a hint of nervousness about that. Or maybe that's just me. But, okay, are we actually using this thing anymore? We set it. Oh yeah, we are. That's going to be the interaction manager. Why would that ever be null? Weird. Oh, wait a minute. Game mode. Oh no, that's a UI thing. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm good with that. I think maybe we're done. I'll just... Oh, fine. God. Warnings. Cool, it's running. Yeah, that's... I guess the game mode thing is just a UI thing, because if I'm on track, when I switch... Oh wait, what am I now? Yeah, I go back to pointer. Okay, cool. Checking it in. In the interaction manager. Nice to give a manager a job, you know? Where's the previewer? If I delete... What? No, where to go? Here. If I delete you... now... I think there might now be no references to factory. I could maybe get rid of that as well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of this as well. I think if I had to do this now, I'd probably do it slightly differently. Let's see if that builds. You know, you do things and you learn things and... Oh, whoa. I got a bunch of errors. What the... Oh, tests. It's always tests. Nice. Okay, iTool preview. Oh yeah, track preview. You can go as well. Oh, I really should have fixed that with the other... Now my commits are all weird and out of order. Is there not an option for that? That like, why did it let me run the game with build failures? I guess it's not building the whole solution. I'm sure there's an option. All right. Remove factories. Removing factories feels really good. I like that. So this is max grids width. This now needs an X and a Y. I hope these tests don't fail, because I'm happy to fix compile errors, but I don't know if I'm... Control-C, Control-V, that's better. I don't know if I'm up to actually thinking about what tests do, especially because I didn't write them. Okay, let's run our tests. How are you, chat? What's going on? We're waiting for tests now, so... A process used by Visual Studio has encountered a... Ooh, look at that. Cannot find service module Python. Oh, that's IntelliCode. Good news, everybody. That's not me. No failing tests if you delete all your tests. Well, look, you know, I try not to write any new ones, but then I get these PRs, and it's like, what am I supposed to do with this? The community wants it. I had such good intentions. I really did. And I even remember thinking, like, you know, oh, what's holding me back from working on the TypeScript version is it's so annoying to write tests. Yeah. Anyway, there's 2 blank lines there. That's disgusting. There's no blank line there. That's disgusting. I want to get style copying here. That's what I want to get. I want builds to fail if my white space is not exactly right. And I can do it. All right. 6 tests. Okay, so now what? I guess there's nothing, no more excuses. I guess I need to come up with a UI to replace this lot on the left here. Oh dear. I'll tell you what, maybe I'll do the worst possible UI and then Scott can fix it because I know he wants to. Because he's shown me his mock-ups already, even before a UI system existed. Yeah, let's go with that. So, oh no, is closing gone? Oh, hello. Oh yeah, maybe I should look at that bug. Okay, let's look at that bug. Let's look at that bug. So when the viewport changes, we set everything to dirty. Oh, I see what's going on. Yep, I see what's going on. My cleverness is not clever at all. So what would happen before is we would do all of this rendering, and at the end here we would say, hey, if we need to make ourselves dirty, then we'll set ourselves dirty or whatever. Now we're not doing that, which means we don't need to worry, but we do because of course this has a loop here. And so here this says, hello, are you dirty? And if so, yeah, okie dokie. So do we want to just check if the image case is dirty at the start of the frame? Does that work? No. Oh, does this mean I need to bring back my bool? I really don't like that bool. If you need to make us... yeah, well, it doesn't... It felt weird when I said it. I just didn't want to draw attention to it. Thank you, Aaron. Will it be pixel perfect WPF? Yes. Well, it won't be I mean, there's not much WPF left in this. There's like 6 buttons. That's it. So everything's going to be pixel perfect. Okay, so I can't just... Wait. No, hang on. This doesn't make sense. Because even if you set all of these as dirty, they're all using this same pixel mapper. So they won't see the changes, right? Even if they redraw, they might be redrawing unnecessarily, but they won't see the change to pixel mapper. Which therefore makes no sense why the trains don't line up. Because this pixel mapper is created here after we adjust the viewport. Hang on a minute. Oh no, that's for follow mode. Yeah, I don't really understand why the trains look so wonky. Because they're using the right pixel mapper. Now the screen doesn't get the pixel mapper, which is probably a mistake. Yeah, that's a mistake. So the screen could be off, but it's not the screens, it's one of these, it's a renderer. They get the pixel mapper. They use the pixel mapper. Okay, can anyone see the problem? What happens when we click the minimap? Where are we? So when we click the minimap, we call set viewport, which fires the change event, but it does so on this underscore pixel mapper, which is not this, because this is a snapshot. So we come in here, we've set these to dirty, so this is going to do that. We then hide that passes in the pixel mapper. Nah, I'm really not seeing it. I'm really not seeing it. That canvas. Oh. Did it just happen with the terrain and the tracks? No, maybe not. No, okay, that's right. So if we draw some trains. Oh! That happened. Why? What the? And then if I drag, they jump back on the right spot? Yeah. I wonder if it breaks with follow mode. Follow mode seems okay. It's probably just small adjustments. Excuse me, I'm just pouring some tea. As you can see. Okay. Oh, I should turn that off. So if it's the minimap that's doing it, is it only when I'm dragging the minimap? Oh, and the tracks are moving too. That was down there before. Oh, look at that. That track is on the water, but now it's not. Okay, so it's something about dragging the minimap. That's interesting. I wonder if this math is off somehow. Oh, this is going to be so hard to debug. So wait a minute, when the pixel viewport is changed, which would be there, this fires this changed event. Delete the minimap. I like the minimap. I only delete code I don't like. That sets the game's image cache to dirty, but only for that screen. So that just dirties the minimap, so that's fine. Although we'll also do the renderer because the viewport's changed. I might need to do some debug logging. So for the tracks to be different from the terrain, again, they use the terrain draws with this passed in pixel mapper. Unless there's some code here somewhere that doesn't. No, that's all. Yeah, this doesn't have a pixel mapper. That doesn't have a pixel mapper. That's good. Oh, I don't know. What's the best way to find these? Basically, none of these should be storing one. That one's good. That one's good. They do all use the same image cache, but I mean that shouldn't matter because they've got different keys. Track layout. Where's the actual track renderer? Here. Yeah, this doesn't use it either. Track parameters doesn't change, does it? No. No, because these all build on the 100 to 1 by 100 pixel scale anyway. So they really don't care about anything. Okay, I'm stumped. I'm absolutely stumped. I don't get why this is wrong when dragging the minimap. And I think the only way that I can think of to sort this out is some good old console.log, because a breakpoint is going to be a pain in the bum. Nothing else 60, but so we are going to be, what are we doing here? We are, oops, from XY to no wait, that's not gonna work. I need to capture that scale down. I love that assigning multiple things in C# now. It's so good. Okay, so let's have a look and see what this does. Yeah, I need the debugger attached. What am I thinking? So hopefully we can see something when we drag and it goes wrong versus click once in the spot where we drag, I think. Maybe. But then I'm not really sure why it would be this math. Unless this handle interaction method was being called multiple times, which is actually an interesting possibility. Okay, so we need the output window, and we need you to be over here, and we are gonna click. Okay, so clicking repeatedly in the same spot works. Good evening, Adrian. So you have some bugs. Excuse me, I have done the UI work I intended to do. Not all of it, but okay. So what happened there? Okay, so we clicked 1 pixel higher and we're 40 pixels higher. You know, that's working perfectly. Oh, the math works, damn it. I can't blame math. I really want to blame math. Dear. I mean, it must be the viewport stuff, right? It just has to be. All right, new approach. New approach. Yes, Adrian. So just to fill you in, the UI now supports. So the UI does all the tools. The train delegate. This is where all the UI used to be, and now it just calls our interaction manager. So I'm basically done. I still need to draw the actual UI for the tool windows, but yes, I'm solving a bug. Okay, so when we get the terrain layer renderer, we are going to output here, and we are going to say, what? We're rendering the terrain at pixel mapper dot. What's the best way to represent this? If we go world pixels to viewport pixels, no, we can't do that. Viewport pixels to coords 0, 0 is interesting. Because that's basically saying what cell is in the top left corner, I think. So let's do that there. And then on the track layout renderer, which is cacheable, so we've got to go all the way through the base class. let's do the same thing here. This isn't terrain though, this is this dot type dot name. And then in our pixel mapper, we will, how often has viewport changed? Okay. Viewport changed. Did I do it before the event or after? I did before. Okay, cool. Are the different layers drawing at different times, so one draws things moving and the others draw? That is what it seems to be happening. I just don't understand why, because all of the layers draw. So this loop here is where we draw all the layers, but we all give them the same pixel mapper. So they shouldn't see the changes because it's changing a different instance, essentially. But, I mean, that is obviously what's going on because there's no other explanation, I don't think. The only thing that's interesting is it only seems to happen when you drag on the minimap. So it could be something weird with that, but it doesn't seem to be from my previous attempts at debugging. So, terrain 0, 0. Oh, that's just annoying because that's constantly redrawing. Okay. I need to stop that debugging so much so I can actually see what's going on. Also, closing has gotten slow again, which is a worry. Alright, so when are we... we're only drawing there, is that right? Maybe not. What does try get image do? Builds a... No, that's gonna still draw every time. Oh, when are we... Oh, this isn't cached. Okay. Alright, alright. That's interesting. Hang on. Ooh, that's interesting. The terrain layer isn't cached. And the train layer isn't cached. But everything else that's jumping around is. So that could be the problem, maybe. Maybe. Where's the layer renderer? So this cache, how are we using this cache? We clear it if the pixel mapper cell size doesn't equal the last cell size. That's okay, because that's still using the same one. Others use jetty, set it, draw, render. Yeah, this is still using the past in pixel mapper, so this, yeah, this doesn't care about pixel mapper changes. That makes sense. Oh, this is so weird. Hey, Layla, welcome. Welcome in. How are you? Ah, dear. You have any problems with introduce a cache? Something like that. Thank you for following, Layla. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I had a cache before. I just put it in a separate service, but clearly I bucketed it up when I did that. Let's go with what does this return? An int column row, and we're up on that. Okay, so let's do this. Last logged. Too long. When in doubt, more logging. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh no, whoops, I didn't run it under the debugger, so nothing is going to happen. Let's try that again. Yeah, there must just be a bug in my cache somewhere. I just don't know where. Unless... So the other possibility is that this isn't a bug within validating the cache, but it's a bug where the old image is being retrieved. Okay, so these are all 62 and 10. I keep clicking, nothing changes. 46, so these are all the same. Where's some water? Here's my landmark. So if I click and drag up a bit, let's see what happens if the track moves. Whoop, it moved a bit. So terrain, look at that. So the viewport changed to 100,8. The tracks drew at 101.11, but then the terrain drew at 108. So these two are acting differently. What the? Okay, let me. Nope. This is so weird. I'm just clicking. There we go. Okay, it is broken. And I missed my scroll point. Okay, so what is going on? So it is. Oops, wrong window. It is currently broken. We have the track layout. It is 2 cells higher than everything else. Okay, so the viewport changed to 16. Then the nature layer redrew. Then the track redrew. Then the viewport changed to 14. The terrain is not cached, so it redraws every time. And nature got lucky and it redrew, but the track didn't. What? I'm so confused. So, okay. No, I'm still confused. When this event was fired, this track layout renderer should have been cleared from the cache, which means it should have been redrawn immediately. Why didn't that happen? So if we go in game, tracks were still being drawn when dirty was set. Because it got to the end of the call, it marked it as not dirty. Tracks were being drawn. Okay, so hang on. So you think tracks were being drawn, then the viewport change was set everything to dirty, then the tracks finished being drawn. Okay, hang on. Let's render frame. That's a very, very possibility. So the track was dirty because of this viewport changed. We started drawing. Then this viewport change marked everything dirty. Then this call, which marked it as not dirty again. Okay. That, I think that makes sense. But I don't know anymore. I'm so confused. Okay, so then that would have cached the image from 106.16. And then, yeah, okay. That does kind of make sense. All right, let's put in more logging. Let's validate that. That does make sense. That is a plausible explanation. Let's just validate that a second here by cleared all renderers, and then down here we will say setting, and what are we? We are the renderer name. Okay, let's see if we can reproduce again. Do you know what might be useful for this? Tests. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but since all of this, there is a reasonable abstraction layer against drawing, this could probably be testable. Let's say that. Okay, so we want it to be, oh, there it is, it's broken. Okay, it's broken. So we cleared them all. Then we set the track layout renderer. No, see, I don't understand this. Time for a binary tool? Dirty drawing, not dirty. A binary. Trinary? At the start of the call, it says, yeah, I mean, I can fix this just with a flag that says whether we want to set the cache again. But hang on a second. So the viewport changes to 114. Oh yeah, no, it is what happened. So the viewport changed to 113. We cleared all the renderers. Oh, I should have a started drawing. That's what I need. I need this here. Started drawing. Because it's dirty. Oh, I really want the cache to do this though. There must be a way. I mean, you could maybe tell the cache that you're drawing a frame and like the start and end frame so it does stuff. Okay. Break. Okay, it's broken. So our viewport changed to 104.10. We cleared all the renderers. We started drawing a track layout renderer. Oh, at 104.11. Why? Why can't you set dirty to false immediately after invoking the code that is triggered from dirty equals true? Just don't set, but do get or set, and the cache takes care of it. Hang on. Okay, sorry, slow down. So get or set. Get or set means we have to render just in case. That doesn't make sense to me. Or you mean pass it an action to render. Why can't you set dirty to false immediately after invoking the code that is triggered from the dirty true? So you mean, oh, here we just immediately set it to dirty? Yeah, that's a good point. That could work. I mean, still technically a race condition, but, well, no, you could do it under a lock. Yeah, okay, that could work. Okay, so we start rendering at 11. Then we mark it not dirty. So this is 10. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, let's try that. So in is dirty. We are going to lock our cache. We are going to check whether it's dirty. Our dirty state for our key is now false, and we will return dirty. And we have big green squiggles everywhere because, whoops, I'm still running the code. And this is spelled incorrectly, because it needs a lowercase t. Okay, so that means I can get rid of this, right? In fact, I want to get rid of this, right? Yeah, I think that makes sense. Good night, Aaron. I think this makes sense, but I don't know. I'm very bad at this, thinking through this stuff. I really do need tests. Quick, someone write tests for me. No, don't. Okay, let's try this again. So now, well, if this works, I just shouldn't be able to break it, right? Nope, it was broken. Yeah, so that doesn't work. Nice theory, but that doesn't work. So what would be happening now is dirty would be true here. we'd set it to false. No, so the problem here is we don't know why it's becoming dirty. So this could be dirty because the viewport... No, wait, maybe that doesn't make sense. Let me check the debug output again. I probably should have added some more for when we actually set these things. Okay, so it's wrong. So what are we doing? So the viewport changed to 13. We set everything to dirty. We started drawing the track renderer. See that we started drawing the track renderer at 11. So we're still back up here processing this one, which is very surprising. So then we start drawing, which means we now set it back to not dirty. And yeah, so we've lost it. So what we really need to say is the track, what we need to do is the track layout renderer being set, it can only be set to be clean if its pixel mapper matches the current state, I guess. Doesn't dragging change the chords directly on the pixel mapper? Doesn't mean the chords can change as you drag. They can't, because this is passed in. So the renderers get a snapshot of the pixel mapper. So at the start of the frame, we grab a snapshot of the pixel mapper, so they don't change while drawing one layer to the next. The problem is that we've drawn one layer and we don't know we need to draw it again. Or rather, we don't think we need to draw it again, which is a problem. Yeah, so the problem is here. Anything in here that is setting the layer to dirty is doing so on the assumption that this pixel mapper is the final pixel mapper, which is interesting. I wonder if I could just do that, like have an extra condition on here that says pixel mapper equals pixel mapper. Man, race conditions, hey? Or how else could we do it? The other way we could do it is we could essentially have a sort of a stack maybe of dirty flags. So at the start of the frame, all of the dirty state is frozen, and then at the end of the frame we say, okay, now update yourself from whatever happened while the frame was rendering. That could work. Take a snapshot of the dirty states at the start and end of the frame. That sounds tricky though. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the best solution here is. I'm just going to see if this one works. Extra dirty check. Mark dirty if. No, mark clean if. And we're going to default it to true. And that's not going to compile. Oh, because I'm still running the code. So what was the reason my solution wouldn't work? So essentially, your solution here says, hey, yes, this is dirty, and then now it's not. But the problem is it still should be. It was dirty from the previous event, right? But these mouse moves come in so fast that we've sort of queued up two dirties, if you like. Because and that's why it's the dragging on the minimap's the only thing that does this, because you're dragging at such a difference in scale. Why should it still be dirty? Because it was being drawn. So the assumption is that because I'm about to draw it, therefore it's not dirty. But it's the act of rendering. Yeah, that's right. So the assumption is the act of rendering is cleaning it, but it's not if it's not rendering it at the final position it should be rendered, right? So essentially what's happening is up here, wherever we are, here, no, wait, here. We're getting two of these in the middle of a frame. So the first one marks as dirty, we start redrawing, which then marks everything as clean, but then a second one comes in and we're not responding to that. I mean, realistically, it's just, well, yeah, it's either lock this or only do this at the end of the frame. But then it won't get set dirty again and rendered. No, yeah, it's just a timing thing. Actually, though, is it only the set dirty all method? Because if it's only set dirty all, then we could queue that up very easily. That's interesting. Let me try this set thing, see if that works. But otherwise, we could very easily just cube this up. Can't you pass dirty state through in that loop? Well, see, that's the thing. The dirty state. That's what used to happen. Essentially, there was a flag that actually remembered if it was dirty, and we only updated that at the end of the frame. Now with this cache, there's a lot less. Like, everything's more reactive, but yeah. Mark clean if it's true, and then we go here. We go if mark clean if, and I'm gonna get rid of it from here. Let's see if this works. I'm not confident. I mean, the other solution is I just back out that PR. Like, introducing this cache broke it. So I could just back out the PR and then rethink the cache again. I'm kind of thinking that, Adrian, yes. Dirty state. So dirty state, I don't know that I'd do it for XY specifically, for chords, but essentially what it is there's a stream of oh, you can see it's actually not working at the back there. It's constantly re-rendering. There's essentially a stream of data, and so you only want to clear your dirty state when you know you've processed all the streams, right? It's a series of events. I mean, that's what it is, right? So we're mapping an event onto a state, which doesn't work because we need to map the event onto have you processed every event, which actually might just be the way to do it. So this is working, but it's also drawing way too much, right? Like, if oh yeah, and it's slower to use. Yeah, so like all these numbers should not be changing because I'm not moving the screen. Like these are cached, right? So nothing's changing. So I've got my maths wrong, I've got something wrong. But actually, a stream of events, that might be easy to do. So dirty state, instead of storing a bool, also it's just really not closing now. Stop. Okay, let's get rid of this. So if instead of storing a bool, we store a number, yeah, that'll work. Well, I say that it won't work, but what I mean to say is I've worked out in my head how I would do that. So if we make dirty state an int, right, then to clear, we're setting everything to dirty. So everything, oh, how do we set everything to dirty? Because so 0 is clean. I guess we set it to 1. That feels a bit dodgy. And then get value or default. So this is dirty if our dirty state is greater than 0 and dirty is 1. No, dirty increments, that's right. And you know what, let's lock that. It probably, yeah, that probably should always be locked. And then so when we set it, we now minus, and yeah, his dirty works. And then this clear, what does clear do? Clear sets everything to dirty. don't know if that should increment or set to 1. That's interesting. What's this problem? Oh, we need to get rid of this. And we need to get rid of this one. Okay, so now in theory now, when we get our 2 dirty events, we're going to always render them for everyone. Which is a little bit inefficient. It would be nice if we could skip somehow, but... And we've broken the world. Track layout renderer was not present in the dictionary. Huh? Oh, in my... Oh yeah, of course. You can't just do that. You have to now check contains. Urgh. Is there an add or update? Nope. Try set. Nope. Fun. I guess I need the same thing there. Okay, let's try that. A job for RX. That's also not a terrible idea, Adrian. I was thinking this sounds a lot like using data flow so that these events all go to every class, essentially. Okay, so we're not drawing constantly. That's good. The game still generally works. That's a plus. Pointer moves things. Yeah, see, look, it did a lot more drawing than it probably needed to there. That looks alright. It's not... I think that might have done it. The real problem here that is hard to tell is are we missing anything that... Oh! It went wrong. No. Okay, so it still doesn't work. Oh no! What do I do? Okay. What's going on here? Oh, of course the terrain renderer doesn't output anything. So we changed to 8267. Oh wow, that's just wildly off. So the viewport changed to 9573. The viewport changed to 90 thing, which cleared everything. But it was... Nah, what the? Look at that. Look at this. So the viewport changed to 9573. So we set everything to dirty. Then we rendered nature at 9573. The viewport changed to 8267. We cleared everything. But then we rendered nature at 9573 again. What? Okay. Yeah. So I think I might just revert that PR. I think I'll have to have a think about the thing again. I wonder how hard that's going to be in bloody Git to do. What have we actually changed here? Nothing except for logging, right? Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna revert this PR and call it a night, because I really only wanted to do UI and I did, so that's good. Alright, let's see what we want to revert. Oof. That one, and that one, and that one, and that one. Oh god, is there an easy way in GitHub to revert a PR? Good night, Darren. Thank you for hanging out. So to end on a low note of bugs. Okay, can I like revert? I can restore the branch. Oh, I can revert. Oh yeah, wait, merge commit. Yeah, wait a minute. Oh yeah, I could just revert that that commit. Weird. But I think I'm going to do this on here. So yeah, I just want to revert that commit. But if I do it here, then I'll see if there's any conflicts. Okay, I would like to revert the merge. Requires a value limit. Unfortunately, I don't actually know what I'm doing. No, mainline? What? Does anyone know how to revert a merge commit and get mainline parent number? Oh god. Otherwise, I just do it in GitHub. If you are a newbie, I am. Stack overflow. You need to select which commit is the parent. Why can't it tell me that? Dash M1 commit. Oh god. Merge commit has 2 equal parents. Right, that makes sense. Oh, so I need to tell it that I want to revert to this? Is that what you're saying? Because that's the parent I want to keep? I'm just going to do it here. Hang on, no wait, I don't want to do that though. Because I haven't pushed any of this. Oh wait, I haven't pushed any of this. Ah. I could just push this to a branch. And then I can cherry pick or merge in the... Okay, if I reset back to here, then, yep, and then I can cherry pick these few. I think that makes sense. I think that seems nicer. I'm going to do that. Let me do this though. Let me restore this branch first. Okay. Create a temp branch at current head, reset cherry pick. Yes, exactly. Exactly what I'm going to do. So we are going to create a branch called tools, because that's what we did. We are going to go back to master. We're going to reset to... That was much better formatted when I typed it. That's right, I got what you meant. We're going to reset back to this fella. Oh no, we just, yeah, that's fine. You know what? I didn't even need a temp branch. I can just cherry pick these anyway because they're all just in the ref log. The only thing I don't know how to cherry pick more than one commit, and I tried it once. Like I looked up the commands and I tried it once and it just didn't work. So I'm just going to grab them, and put them over there. I know you can't see them, but trust me, I can. Whoops. Okay, so now I can cherry pick. Actually, you know what I can do? I can do this. Haha. Paste. Awesome. And now we have nice clean history. Yep, so we did the emoji thingy and we have 4 commits. Awesome. So now I can push and yes, I need to force this one. Get extensions. Yeah, I don't use a Git UI. I probably should for things like this or for rebases where it's, you know, obviously going to get a lot more out of the interactiveness, but I like the commit. Medication has recent pushes 2 minutes ago. Really? Oh, we created bunches. I'm on master, right? Yep. Okay, so master is at, yeah, fix the test. That's cool. And the caching is not in, so this should give me the compare I expect, which is good. I probably did something in this cleanup thing maybe, but never mind. Alright, let's see what this looks like. Ooh. Git extensions is indeed built in .NET. Its main contributor is Igor, who works on the Windows Forms team, and another one of its main contributors is Drew, who works on the project system team. I like Git extensions for that fact, because it's written by 2 friends of mine, but yeah, I don't know, I think I tried to install it, and I don't know, tried to use it, I just never got in it. Something about the command line I like for most things. But I must admit, when doing an interactive rebase, there's often times where I know I've got a branch over here that's got some stuff, and I want to see what's in each one of these commits and pull them in. I probably should start to do something. But anyway, all right. So, well, God, now nothing's right. Oh yeah, so this is the bug I was trying to fix by creating the image cache. Ah dear. Okay, so this should all work, right? We have a wide minimap, so that's the stuff we did tonight. We shouldn't see any of this. So from memory, I think the thing that was different here is this screen here. Oh no, that's still not drawing every frame. Oh no, it probably is. It's just not variable enough. Yeah, I think that's the difference. I think the minimap is now drawing on every frame, which is unnecessary, but that's right. Okay, this looks like it's working. I'm happy. I've still got UI done via an interaction manager. Let's see if I can break this. I will have to rethink the cache. Yeah, I will have to rethink the cache. It just seems like such a nice idea. But maybe it needs to know about viewports. Which is not the end of the world. I mean, it is an image cache. It is specific to drawing. It's not a completely generic cache. Then again, fixing up pixel map is the other option and making it properly immutable. But so far, I must say, I haven't been able to break this. So I think this is good. Alright. Tell you what, maybe when I try and bring back the cache, I'll have to actually write tests for it or something. Alright, I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead because that was not a fun way to end. So thank you for hanging out, and yeah, that'll do. It works. It's a thing. It totally works. Shall we see who is online? Let us do that. Last time I did this, I accidentally had them unmuted. And, oh, Tim's doing physics. Kim, I feel like we raid Kim all the time. I feel mean raiding Kim all the time, because every time I do it, he has to put it into his little acknowledgements thing. So many ads. We'll just let the ad play. Yes, it is working. That's right. Stick with the positives. All right, I'm going to delete this branch while we wait for... God, I've got 6 branches. What the... Okay, you can go away. This is a lie. That was not merged. Birds I still want. Async drawer. I don't remember what that is. What on earth? What's in this PR? Oh, draw to a back buffer. Didn't I merge this? No, I definitely merged this. This can go. This can go. That is how the current game works. Alright, 3 branches. I'm okay with that, right? 3 branches? Blazer, better caching, 4. Birds, master. Okay, I'm okay with it. So we're rating Tim for physics, or we're rating Unity. Let's do some Unity. Excuse me. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed, despite the horrible bugs. Maybe the bug tracking down was interesting. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, and I will hopefully see you again next time, next week. Let's go do this thing. Bye bye.
I had a little morning stream. Holy shit! A raid! David, thank you so much. I didn't expect a raid so soon. An internal server error occurred. They were playing at